Josh and Jenine,
Hi.
welcome to our Mashable studio.
Thank you for having us. This is the best little studio we've been in.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited to talk to you, and
Thank you.
little Tubby Nugget.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Oh, she did the voice. So I was, in my research, I saw that you recently had an event, like 400 people showed up.
We did, oh my
The
gosh.
chocolate chip cookie song.
We did.
And I know you said it made you pretty emotional. Why did it hit you so hard?
It's spread so far and so wide is something that's really...
Yeah, we haven't performed that
Yeah.
song live in front of our audience, and to hear all the kids singing it, oh my gosh, it was just amazing.
It's
Or
nice
tears
to
in my
see
eye.
that like something that made me happy is now making like, so many other like families and kids happy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that optimism is so important. I think the
Thank
way
you.
that we talk about the internet these days is there's a lot of negativity.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
course.
negative things happening online, and it's nice to have a character like Tubby and these positive communal experiences, and you guys
you.
get to really contribute to that. So I feel like it's probably important to you to spread that positivity.
It is.
100%.
I mean, I think there's so many other wonderful content creators that we've met who are also trying to like just make the internet a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
I think we're consuming so much more content nowadays, like stuff that we couldn't even imagine, like at the rate that we could not even imagine when we were younger. So if we can add a little bit of good to that space, that's already going to spark waves. And we've seen it with all of the kids that are at this con, and so it's really fun to see.
So when you come to, conventions like VidCon, you've been coming for a few years now, and also the different IRL events that you guys are hosting, does it kind of like change the way you think about Tubby Nugget? Like Tubby Nugget is this character, right, that lives, when you created it, it lived in one place, and now it can live outside of the screen, right?
Yeah.
It's a physical plushie that you can hold. So
Yeah.
how does it make you like change the way you see the character?
I mean, I feel like the character kind of like belongs to everyone.
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
You know, everyone can adopt their own plushie,
Yeah.
their own nugget and everything. And so we just want to like have, give the audience many different ways to feel Tubby's wholesomeness on screen or off screen.
Yeah. I mean, I think when we started, we just wanted it to be as accessible as possible because I think we really grew during the pandemic when everybody was online. And so now that we're offline and in the real world, it's changed how we see everyone now, like in person. Like I guess to see like real faces behind like the screen is kind of changed how we're like, oh, we are still doing this for like these people.
It's always nice getting lots of likes and comments, but just having that face-to-face interaction and someone really like you seeing the positive effect Tubby's optimism has is that's just the best.
Well, and I feel like you said something that really like stuck with me in that like followers are really abstract. Like you were saying, you have no idea what like 500 is versus 10,000 versus 100,000. And so like, do you feel like maybe creators these days are a little bit too obsessed with the numbers? And like, how did you make that switch? Did it ever like, was there a switch in your brain that you had to make?
I think honestly, if anything, I would say that we get desensitized from like how many people are supporting us and are a part of our communities. Because as the numbers grow, they seem smaller and smaller and smaller, which is ironic. But I think that we want to like encourage other creators to like meet their fans in person and like see the faces that they're really like encouraging, because it does really change your perspective when you see like a room of 400 people is crazy. And so like we were pretty overwhelmed, and I was like, can you imagine if all 14 million of our followers showed up in person?
Yeah.
So,
like if we get 400 likes on a post, that seems very small.
Yeah.
Like 400 people in person is just like, oh, it's crazy.
yeah. I think it also makes us more and more grateful for what we do.
Yeah. How does it affect the way that you guys make decisions too? Like, are you thinking about the algorithm when you're making content decisions, or is it like what's the balance there?
It's hard not to sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think we really, I'm not gonna lie, we don't really think about the algorithm that much.
We did at one point.
We
did at one point.
I feel like we see what works well, and if it aligns with, the heart of Tubby Nuggets, then we'll make it, But I think anytime in the past, anytime we've chased likes or views, it's like,
it feels less authentic to us.
Yeah.
And I think our audience feels that too. Like our audience is a lot smarter than like I think digital media might give them credit for, but I feel like we make the best content when we are the most comfortable and the most ourselves. So I hope I mean, it seems like our audience still resonates with us, so
Yeah.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Well, you said it, you did get kind of maybe fixated on those like algorithms and breaking through trends and stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
So like for emerging creators who are just getting started, is that something that you would advise doing, or is it more like stay true to yourself, stay true to your...
Honestly, the way we grew early on is Jenine would reply to every single comment. And
I was replying as Tubby.
Yeah, and she really built that sense of community early on.
Community building,
Like now, it's a little harder to do that, but I think for especially new creators early on, it's just like, all right, you got like, you have 5 comments, reply to all 5 of them because that's the way you're gonna build a community. You know?
I know, enjoy your community, enjoy like the space that you have to speak with them and to like engage with them. I think that at the beginning we thought we needed to change because we're like, oh, we're growing so rapidly, maybe like not everyone is gonna keep loving our content. But we felt less ourselves. I think our audience felt like we were like more shy. But when we make stuff that's just Tubby, I think that's when we succeed the most.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend that. I think for creators, like don't stop doing what works, which is what worked at the start.
Well, you guys have a filmmaking. You're both kind of filmmaking. You have that background. I know there's been talks about like, well, do we do a Tubby TV show? And would that be for YouTube? And there's a lot of conversation at VidCon and in Hollywood right now about like, you know, why go through traditional studios and media methods when you can just like do indie animation online on YouTube? Do you guys have thoughts about the indie like animation industry happening on YouTube right now?
I mean, it's really incredible what's going on right now of all the indie pilots that are just taking off.
You know,
we're in the process of building a team, you know, trying to figure out the right next move. I think we don't want to like dive into it right away. We have a lot of music videos that are coming up. So I think that's our next small step before we jump into like for doing a full-on TV show.
But we are doing longer form media this year, which is going to be very exciting. It's almost like test episodes. But we have so much love for like the indie animation community because we're so much of a do-it-yourself type animation already.
DIY,
We've made so many friends in this space too, especially coming from more formal like film careers. I think seeing the way that creators are getting like creative about like this industry and how to like make a living in it, I'm excited to like make a long form show, whether it be on like traditional streamers or like on YouTube.
Yeah, it's so the path is so new. This is such a new development in the state of animation. I just think it's going to get bigger and bigger, and we just hope to be part of that wave.
And you know, we know Hollywood's paying attention because success of creator-led films right now in Hollywood.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Obsession.
This is not on brand, but we love Obsession. This is not on brand of Tubby Nugget. It's like my favorite movie of the year.
Okay, there's something to unpack here.
Thank you. Oh, and then Hasbin Hotel is getting so much love, and it's just so exciting to see all of our like favorite animators.
I pitched her a Tubby Obsession crossover where
so
Tubby breaks
funny.
someone breaks One Wish Willow for Tubby to love them, but he's like, I love you anyway. You know?
I know. We're like, it's wholesome, but at the same time.
I think we could do it. I'm just gonna put that out there. No one's saying no to us except ourselves.
Okay, so Josh, if you had a One Wish Willow, what are you doing with it?
Oh, One Wish Willow, that Jenine would love me forever more than anyone.
That's what the ring is for.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I already got that wish.
Yeah, you already got your wish. You already got your
wish
wish
for something else.
And I guess I would love to know, like Tubby, like we said, is the brand, he's the face. How do you guys decide like how you want to put his image out there, whether it's like through games or books or like how do you decide on what you want to do with it?
That's a beautiful question.
We've been asking our audience.
We
recently just put out a poll, did a huge Google form, and got all the feedback. But honestly, our favorite part of doing getting feedback from the audience is just we added a question where they just tell us about themselves. And that is the best way that informs our decision because we know what we like, but we wanted this Tubby Nugget doesn't just belong to us; it belongs to everyone. And so getting to meet fans at VidCon or through the forum, it's just the best, and that's it really gets us in vibe with our community. And we love it. So,
Love it.